We're back.
Okay. So there's a montage of the four of you being briefed by Marines about the Omega Vault. So they talk about the fact that once it opens, you'll need to enter and find what it's giving you. The good news is that the path should be relatively clear. Like, doors to other areas will not open. It'll take you directly to where you need to go. There are sometimes dangers in the Omega Vault, so you can take weapons. A Magus Biologist actually gives you all a tracking bracelet to wear so they can monitor your life signs from outside the Omega Vault and work out whether something has happened to you. Once you find the item in question, that normally once you found the right thing, the Omega Vault will signal you with a sound of a bell. That bell will ring a total of 12 times. After the 12th ring, the Omega Vault will seal again until next time it opens. So you need to be out of the Omega Vault by the 12th ring.
I'm sorry, James. I can't. It's exactly the same as the fucking Scarab dungeon in Aladdin.
Okay, no, I see this. Yeah. They ask you if you see any locks, like as in padlocks, anything mechanical lock, to count the locks that you see, and bring that information back out with you when you emerge. That's the amount of locks that you see on the journey is relevant to them.
I'm guessing it's to predict the next time it'll unlock.
They don't say.
Okay.
They let you know. So that they also do a quick. They get a DNA test from each of you just to verify that you are all indeed human, because apparently there is a powerful pathogen inside the vault that anything non-human will be killed by it. So
that's oddly specific. All right.
Yeah, if you've got Xenos friends, you can't take them in the vault with you, for example, because they will die.
That's interesting.
That's one of the ways they know that the vault was built by humans in the first place. It's architecture and the fact that it kills all non-humans.
Would it kill a Necron? That. Never mind.
Yep, we're just gonna lead the Tyranids right here to this door. We're gonna send them all through it. That's it. We use this artifact on the Watch Fortress. We just draw them right here into the very room we find the artifact in, and then we leave.
Free, with a essentially we put a sign saying "Free, easy digestible biomass here. Please go inside."
We're just like, most of you Death Watch Space Marines will die, but that's a sacrifice we're willing to make. Bye.
We just go in and turn it on and go, we didn't find anything. Sorry, guys.
That would get around several problems, yeah.
Of course, we don't even know if the thing that we're needing is what it's actually opening.
Sure.
Because
yeah, we were just told that this could be a thing that we need. Who knows the truth? I mean, who's telling us to come here? Shrain?
Yeah, that's...
It's amazing how far this guy has fallen since season 1.
They put you on light meals because there's no bathroom facilities inside the Omega Vault, and sometimes it can take hours upon hours to find the artifact in question. So they prefer you didn't just urinate in the Omega Vault.
Androchiron is the one best suited for this particular mission.
Androcchiron's like, I already got it. Or points to the IV.
Good. They're like, here, take this food, and I'm like, IV pack. I'm good. Saline solution, nutrients. I'm good.
So I guess we need to go in with power armor and whatnot.
Well, as I said, what you take in is up to you.
Okay.
Androchiron doesn't have power armor, so
I'll bring the God Emperor with me if that's okay.
I mean,
can I do that?
I've offered you power armor that you could use.
Yeah, I don't want it to interfere with my operations.
Oh, okay. So power armor does do that?
No, I don't need it. I can shield myself in faith. No, I can't.
Okay.
I can shield myself in psychic energy. It's not the same thing. Actually, it's much worse.
Fair enough, I suppose. Okay.
I mean, I could shield myself in faith, but when Marbus punches me into the ground, it doesn't. That doesn't stop that fist.
If I'm gonna die, I'll just blow up everyone around me. It's fine.
Listen, James is like, your character should learn some divination, and I'm like, I'm 500 XP away from being able to blow up a planet, okay? What do you think I'm gonna take? Read some cards or blow up a planet?
Didn't the Space Marine tell you to be able to read some cards?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna listen to that guy.
I was elected to exterminatus, not to read.
Yeah. Look, I appreciate that guy, but he's not my Lord Captain. He's just a captain.
Anybody who's mind you try to read over these 2 days, Androchiron?
I mean, unless I've been ordered to do so, I would never invade my superiors or the holy sacred warriors ordained by the God Emperor.
Okay.
You look like you didn't buy that speech from me.
No, I was looking at Pondo's reaction to see whether
Yeah, Pondo, am I supposed to be
can't
reading
think
mine?
of. I don't want to try anything fast.
I mean, just imagine what I could get out of the Lord Militant's mind. I'm just like, invasion plans for the entire war effort of the Imperium. MBD, I guess. Just going to file that away real quick.
Didn't he have like a null sort of register in them there?
Yeah, but you can overcome that with enough psychic power.
I would have been curious to know about what the guy internally was thinking about the locks. But
Are you going to tell Androchiron to figure it out? You're a living saint. He'll listen to you if you tell him it's supposed to do it.
I mean, I'm personally interested, not so much Dawn.
Okay, all right.
I'm interested in a lot of things. I don't know what I can get away with though. The locks I am curious about. I would like to know about that. The Lord Militant, I am curious about if his intentions are being kept withheld, or obviously one intention is like I could recruit these guys, as in, i.e., force them to be under my command.
I'll tell you what, Pondo, I'll dangle this for you. James can tell you if the scene is non-canon, if I'm full of shit. So he's going to come to you one of these mornings with like something written in High Gothic on a piece of paper, which he doesn't speak, and he says, Lord Captain, I've been dreaming of a door, and this is over it. And then I dreamed that the God Emperor was beating a snake to death. It was pretty sick, actually.
Someone's been Googling.
It reads, and the last fortress is truth, in High Gothic. It's very Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, sir. I just keep standing in front of the door every night.
Edward?
You have to say it right. Edward.
Andro, do you deem any sort of do you sense any sort of psycho resistance coming from the Lord Militant?
Oh yes, yeah. If you'll recall, I walked near him and then I walked away from him. It's painful to be around him. You know, not just because he's such a brilliant strategist and warlord, also he's physically painful to be around him.
Like a null?
Yes.
Because I know
not as bad as one of those filthy, soulless rats, vermin, a plague upon our society. Mutants of the lowest order.
Fair enough.
Waiting to be checked in.
I'm guessing there's no chance you'd be able to deem what his intentions might be internally.
Oh, you mean read his mind?
Yes.
I could do that. I would note, however, that if I try to do that and I fail, he could just kill all of us and take all of your ships, destroy your bloodline. I will do it if you order me to, sir. He's just very high ranking.
Okay.
This feels like treason. Definitely feels like treason.
You'd be correct for the most part there.
If you need me to do it, I'm ready to go, sir.
No, I'd withheld with that. Did you by
We're
chance?
so close, Fondo. Right there at the precipice.
You didn't sound too confident, so I don't know if I should press you to do that.
I'm gonna bet that this guy has a really high will. I don't know if he's a psyker, probably not, but I bet his willpower is very high.
Or at least
Saying
he
that
might be immune.
I'm saying that out of character.
Yeah.
All right. So on the appointed day, you're all escorted into the bowels of the Watch Fortress to a gigantic corridor at the end of which sits a 40-foot tall door made of adamantine. Above the door, written in High Gothic, is the words, "And the last fortress is truth." Beneath which there is an Omega symbol, in the middle of which is a starburst, which depicts a frieze of the Emperor in battle with a serpent.
Wow,
Wow, that's a pretty sick image, actually. now
I
that
agree.
look at
I've
it.
seen it in my dreams. My prognostication powers must be increasing. With the use of Wikipedia.
Yep. The tech priest, his name, by the way, is Kiat Dean. He makes sure that your bio readings are all coming through nicely. He's got like a little sort of heart monitor thing going on for all four of you. Yes, Red Lee. It is in fact St. George. At the appointed hour, there's like a loud groaning noise of mechanics, kicking up into gear for the first time, and like as the door starts to, like, the moment it moves, the layer of dust on it suddenly fractures, and there's like a cascade of dust off the doors as they start to open outwards towards you. As they do, the doors are like twice as thick as void ship hull plating, like easily about 3 or 4 meters thick, solid adamantium. There's like a waft from inside. Of those of you who are not wearing power and helmets, like Arthur, pick up a sort of a pleasant, almost floral smell coming through, but with a slight tang of death in it as well.
I was about to say, waft is not the word I would have used for pot puree, but
It's like an aftertaste.
Yep. On the floor behind the door are a couple of suits of Deathwatch power armor, which have obvious battle damage. They've been carved open, and there are bones spread around on the floor here as well. The bones have like some desiccated flesh attached to them, but it looks more like after killing these Marines, somebody has then like pulled them out and eaten the meat off the bones, or so the armor pieces are spread about, as is their bones. And you can also see deep clawed furrows, probably going about 2 or 3 inches deep on the other side of the door.
Did that get covered in the briefing?
No, well, they say this was the last group to enter the Omega Vault. They didn't return before the 12th bell.
That's alarming. Okay, let's.
I thought you said anything but humans die in this vault. So unless they're resorting to cannibalism, I'm not sure what that was attacking these.
I don't know if we want to, how they say, fuck around and find out.
So Servant is now picking up the pieces of the Marines' armor and bodies and removing them, pulling them out of the vault now. But to you, actually, it's a corridor going on into misty darkness.
Let's
I shoot a magic missile into the darkness.
James, I'd like to invocate to boost my power rating by 1, and then summon a shit ton of force swords around me. Just hold that for a little bit. Just seems like a good idea. Okay,
right.
Great. Wow, I rolled so high on that. Never mind. All right, that's fine.
So what, you have like 1 force sword?
That was the invocation roll.
Yeah. So I'm going unfettered for 8.
Okay.
0.9 of a force sword.
The power is. super murder power.
Oh, we have an Auspex scanner too. I forgot about that.
Yep. I saw it too, Dave.
The
Oh,
flag.
it's
sorry,
a
what?
giant creature.
Yeah, that's what killed those Marines.
Yeah.
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 Sorry, I guess to hold us up here. There's so many psychic powers.
Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't play a Psycho this time around.
4 shards, and it's willpower, which is I get a bonus for every 5 points in willpower. Then is
So
that what
that's
it is?
the manifesting roll. That's the attack
That's
roll.
the focus power test. Is
Okay.
willpower.
Yeah, so,
So-
that's what normal focus power runs off anyway. So you just click on your character sheet where it says unfettered,
Yep.
and then put in your bonus psi rating,
Yep.
and that'll do it for you.
And then no modifier.
That's right.
Okay, I thought there was a modifier for my. Okay, well, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's see
Okay.
here.
Is that 5 or 6 blades?
So
I don't know how your power works. I'm just taking a strong guess.
it's the number. It's my psi rating. So going over it doesn't do anything apparently. I'm holding 8 blades. All right, I'm gonna double tap my force staff / old man walking cane on the ground and say, "Well, we should get out of here before 12 bells. So, in history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair." As he begins walking forward jauntily, followed by
kill Andre,
Yeah.
Androchiron. I stab him several
right
times.
right in the chest.
Yeah. And then
He
I
di-
use
he dies
his
in
blood
glorious
to
rapture.
I use his blood to build a human billabong.
Okay, so you start entering now. The corridors start to become relatively twisting and turning. Like you'll go upstairs, down ramps. You pass several doors of different construction, all of which appear to be closed and sealed. A lot of which have silvered plaques on them, which will either indicate like a serial number style code of numbers and letters, or occasionally just like a single word in High Gothic. So one might be like the word for truth. One might be, the word for light, for example. But wherever you're going, if you're checking the doors, there are there's no handles, no locks. Just the door is shut and gives no give when you push on it. You do occasionally see some doors which are secured by padlocks. So I'm going to assume that you guys are counting the padlocks as you go. All right.
At the
I'm doing
moment,
no such thing.
I am
Alright,
writing them
continuing.
down in the form of a
Okay.
Dr. Seuss rhyme. We got locks on fox and fox with socks.
Could I please have everyone give me awareness rolls, please?
Oh man, this is where we colossally
Would
fail, guys, and get
the-
locked in the Omega Vault forever.
I'm guessing
Wow.
the Auspex scanner won't apply.
I will give you +10 for all spec scanner, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll.
Do I get anything cool for nailing a 60 on a D100?
You passed, technically speaking.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. I'm just rolling shite tonight, I think.
That 15 seems bad for us.
Okay.
I'm glad you agree.
So you do get an uncomfortable feeling of being observed. But the chamber ceiling, like the corridors are quite wide. The chamber ceiling is like voluminous, and you can sort of see like gangways and just girder bars overhead, and you think you catch like a sense of movement, but when you look up, whatever it is not there. But you get this feeling that you're not alone in here.
Okay, can I just open myself up to the Immaterium and just take a look?
Yep. No worries. Give me a omniscience roll.
Indeed, I would. So
Would you like to push?
Watch Androchiron become a nuclear bomb inside of this vault.
So
Not
long as he
really.
doesn't push.
It's just
power.
Sinesians, guys. It's not a psychic power.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
taking
just-
a look at fuck.
Scentic something.
All
Okay.
right, never mind. Negative 0.8.
Okay, so you don't sense anything in the immediate area, but you do pick up at the edge of your perception, and it's so muted. It's like listening to a conversation in the next room through the wall. You get this sense of something beckoning you forward in the direction you're going, like some sort of psychic beacon.
Lord Captain, there's a psychic beacon that's calling to me. And then he's just going to start wandering off in that direction.
Yeah, it's almost like a primal drive.
Yeah.
Like it's like you just feel
Socks
bodily-
on fox and fox on socks.
Does
Fox
it
on
seem
box with socks on clocks.
does it seem to be going in a direction that the vault's wanting us to go?
yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, but now Androchiron isn't. He's double timing it now. I can hear it. The song is so ethereal. It's beautiful.
How is it that you haven't been slain by any one of the Ecclesiarchy yet?
Oh. Hey, remember when the ship got taken over by those weird psyker aliens that killed all of the psychers except for like me and 2 other guys? That was crazy, right?
Suspicious. Very suspicious.
Oh, we should continue running at top speed towards the song.
Okay. At one point, you pass one of these like sealed doors on your right hand side, and Spoon, you notice that the plaque on it says A. Thorne, and Thorne with an E, like your name is spelled.
It just says,
man.
"Welcome, Adrian Thorne. 12 years of service, anniversary party, table for 4."
Yeah, I think he kind of stops.
Now look, before you
and-
go in, it's the 41st millennia.
Uh-huh.
There's got to have been a lot of A Thorns throughout history. That's all I'm saying. Before you
Sure.
do anything crazy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's good. But still,
But how many of them have been in this room?
Yeah, correct. Right now, how many of them have been here
What better
at
place
this
than
point
here?
in time? Yeah, and what better time than now?
You should open it. You should.
I think he goes over the door and like puts one of his like power gloved hands on it.
Yeah, so through the glove, or through the power fist. Yeah, so you've like, if you put your hand on like the windshield of the gun cutter when it's in space, you can sort of feel that the coldness, even though like everything's insulated, you can still feel that coldness of the void permeating through the glass, and you have that same impression. There's like this unworldly coldness sort of comes through the door, through the power fist into your hand. It's not painful.
Mhm.
It's just you recognize the cold of the void.
Now, is this where I'm being drawn, or am I just
No,
still
you've
booking
been
it?
drawn past this point. Yeah.
All right. I don't even notice then. I just keep going.
Yeah, I think he'll like lean into it a little bit and see if the door gives it all.
No, it's solid.
Take your glove off and put your hand on it. Come on, man.
At this point, you realize that this door actually has a padlock.
Oh, okay.
Put your birth date
Interesting.
in as the.
like a key padlock.
Oh, okay.
not like a
I
combination.
mean, we
lock,
have
no.
we have a force blade. We've got like lightsaber wielders here. He's got fisty glove. Surely this padlock could be easily destroyed. What is it made of? Solid adamantium?
No brass.
Blessed by the
Brass.
God Emperor? They didn't tell us not to blow up the padlocks, right?
I think Adrian just says a silent prayer to the God Emperor and then moves to catch up with the rest of the group.
Okay,
Sorry, 1 second.
no worries.
Did you
Adrian's
get like
gonna
a
come back
random
here.
sequence of numbers in his head that could be the key to that padlock?
No.
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9? What could it mean?
So you keep following the signal, and a couple of times you do like come to like T intersections where if you go the other way, you always find you end up in a dead end, but you're always being led onward by the signal. You do now finally see up ahead one of the doors on the side, and it's like a big door, like the sort of door you might have like for a warehouse roller door sort of thing, which is currently open, and you can see light coming through into the hall you're in.
Continue rushing towards it, heedless of any danger.
Okay. So you find it goes into a large rectangular room, probably about 50 feet long, probably 80 feet deep. How well do you remember the original Dune? Not the one we're talking about, the older one, like the Kyle MacLachlan Dune.
Patrick Stewart
Yeah, that
as
one. Yeah.
as Gurney Halleck. Yeah.
Yeah. So the very opening scene, the big black, almost locomotive-looking device that they bring the navigator in.
Yep.
It looks like that with the shutters sealed, and it's actually hovering off the ground, like it's got some sort of grav device, which is it's hovering, about a foot off the ground, but it's easily probably 12 feet long by about 5 feet wide, and probably about 7 feet tall, and it's clearly made of some sort of black metal. It's got some sort of readout on the side, looks like a medical readout, like it's just tracking some sort of,
I
like
look inside
signals.
at the zoanthrope that's very obviously inside this thing. I go, I start tapping on the glass. How you doing, little buddy?
It's completely opaque. So
Is it a zoanthrope? I
you
fog the
gonna
glass.
reach
I
out
fog the
here?
glass real quick.
it's like that thing in Dune. It has like shutters that are closed.
Okay.
So you'd have to work out how to open the shutters if you want to look inside.
I look in it psychically real quick.
Okay, all right.
You see nothing.
Make the roll. Yeah, just I'm prepared to fail again.
And Androchiron's head explodes.
You cannot comprehend
Jesus.
this technology.
Never. I'm rolling it again. I'm blowing all my fate on this. I can't. I couldn't fail. Like, oh my god.
I couldn't fail it twice. I couldn't roll above.
I actually failed to roll 4 times in a row. What are the odds?
Oh my god!
All you can get is this is definitely the source of the beacon.
I tried to.
Like even leaning against it, it moves easier. Like it's almost the grabs give it like no volumetric weight. You can like push it with your hand.
All right, James. I'm gonna try to sing with it psychically.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it a message of the same song it's sending me. There's no way this could go wrong.
Yeah.
Do you need me to roll anything or
no?
Am I
Okay,
just
so you
signing
do
my
that.
death warrant?
So you don't get the impression that it's almost like you sense it is passively transmitting, almost like it's dormant or asleep or otherwise unable to perceive. But when you do that, you realize that whatever you just sent out has gone. So whatever it is doing is completely muffled by the case that it's in. It's like the case itself acts as like a psychic shield and keeps the signal. You're only getting at the edge of perception, but when you sort of sing out to it, you feel like if there's anything else in the area that is attuned to this, they would have heard you singing it. And you suddenly feel like other minds, inhuman minds, momentarily touched yours.
Zone trope. Just tell me, James. You have to tell me if you're a zone
If you're a zone thrope, you have to tell me.
I don't think zoanthropes like try to hide it.
I'm gonna. Blood will drain from Androchiron's face, and he'll say, "I spoke to it, Lord Captain. Some other things heard me. They're watching me. They're around us. We should open it. We have to free it." And Androchiron's gonna try to figure out how to pop the thing open.
As he goes over to the control panel, a very large armored hand grabs him on the shoulder and goes,
We have to free it.
We will later. We need
"Get a
to
hold
be
of
in
yourself,
here for now.
man."
Yeah.
I believe it's the thing that we've been looking for.
But what if we're meant to take it out and leave the case here? We have to know what's inside.
But whatever's inside seems
look, in a non-mammoth moment, let me just say, we're going to open it outside, all right? You know, they're going to want to know what's in it. Why shouldn't we know first? Why shouldn't the ring be mine?
Andrew, I'm
It
beginning to
came
like
to
you.
me
Please.
after all. Why shouldn't I keep it?
I'm telling you, this thing needs our help, and it needs it now. It's singing to us.
It can sing later. At the moment, we'll just get out of here before the 12th bell rings.
All right.
So no bells are rung yet.
I feel like I don't want to hang out in this place.
There's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Well, the briefing was that the bells don't start ringing until you've actually gotten what you've come for.
Right.
Oh, see, we should open it and then quickly
We
close
should
it
see.
after
We should see what's inside. We should open the shutters, perhaps.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm
But,
going to need a tech use test to do that.
yep, I'll go over to the control panel and
Yeah. And Adrian just holds up his hands and goes, "I can't help you."
I need you to hold him back.
What? No, I'm fine. We're opening it. This is what it wants.
Wow, fuck. 94. All
The
right,
shutters get a second level of shutters over top of them.
Yeah.
No.
He's like,
Close the blast doors.
I think I got it. I think I got it.
Nope, I
Okay.
can't figure out the set
Yeah.
technology is too old.
All right, so you push a few buttons, and there's like a sound, suddenly a very loud clang as it hits the floor with the repulsors turned off.
Oh, turn that back on. Turn that back on.
How much does this thing weigh?
A couple of ton.
Oh, it's a good thing we've got 2 people with power armor here.
At least 3, I think. I think technically Don's power armor. Okay.
Yes, Dawn definitely has power armor.
So it
That
still
can
does
grow
it with the
psychic
79,
wings.
not a 94.
Yep.
Okay, all right. That's less than ideal.
Couple of tons. Okay, so
I mean,
I
I
can't. lift it.
suppose, Lord Commodore, that I could get out of my power armor and try and
Do you want to give it a shot?
figure this out.
You can't do worse than I did. Don't do worse than I did. I need you to not fuck this up. Just take the plus 10 and not fuck this up.
You guys, could you stop throwing me around? I'm just trying to end all biometric life. Guys.
All right, so Adrian steps out.
Yeah.
The power armor. Yep. It's in a. What was it? What was the Night Sabers in? Bubblegum Crisis. Where sort of like it just splits open.
Wow. What a call. Oh, we've talked about Bubblegum Crisis before, though. Yeah, it's not much of a call. It's good, though. It's good.
Let's see. Tech use.
Yeah. Adrian, Quintus, Princess Asaguri, Thorne.
Hey guys,
And
what
I
if we just
will-
kept fucking up over and over again?
Yeah.
Is
This is our door.
Is that what the plus 10 I gave you?
Oh, no, it was not.
And they're only minus 2 degrees of success. No problem.
Yeah.
And
So
reroll.
I will spend a fate point to reroll, adding in the plus.
Okay. I will give you at least get the grab plates working again.
Okay.
So it lifts up on the ground again.
That's all we need.
Yes.
So you have
Commodore's-
determined that this is not a technology you're familiar with. Like it looks like it was made for human hands, but it's not looking like any Mechanicus tech you've ever encountered before.
We should probably take this back outside to the watch captain and others.
Agreed.
All right, Androchiron goes ahead of them and pulls it along using mind over matter.
Okay, no worries. As soon as it crosses the threshold of the door, a loud bell tones throughout the hall and like an echoing bell.
Time to move.
Indeed.
Okay.
And I hope no one forgot the number of padlocks we passed, correct?
I wrote it down on a piece of paper right here.
Okay.
I also drew what I think is inside of this thing. It looks like a sliver from Magic the Gathering, but it's like a cute chibi version of it. I'm sure this is what it is. A friendly, helpful entity.
Yes, of course.
Please.
James is just going to be at the end of this.
Roll.
He's just going to be like, "It's not that thing, Arthur. It's not."
What was that, James?
Awareness rolls, please.
Awareness.
Great.
rolls.
Let's do this again.
Does the aspect scanner apply?
Yes, it does.
We
Hey.
did. Hey, listen, we did a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So only Androchiron gets enough degrees of success that you
Oh my god.
you get a sudden sense that something is coming at you from above, like they're moving towards you up in the ceiling, and they're about to drop down, whatever, two somethings.
Freaking xenomorph.
So I don't need to physically look at something to look at it in the warp, right? Like I don't need to turn my
No,
head
that's
towards
right.
it.
Yeah.
Can I, since I can do that as a free action, can I quickly get a look at their warpy signature?
Yeah, so they seem to be non-warped. They don't. Well, like there's like an emptiness there where you try to look, not like a null. Like a null would hurt you. This is just like a power or a shadow cast over the warp.
Oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do, James, is I'm gonna send as many force shards as my roll will let me to like grab one of them in midair and pin it to the ceiling with multiple pin cushions of force energy.
Okay, no worries.
And then while it's happening, I'm gonna be like, "Look out!" Well, looking upwardly. But of course, I'm blind, so it might not mean as much. But
yeah, so that works on the basis of an attack roll, doesn't it?
it does.
Back for the combat.
There you go.
I make a a willpower test to see if I can hit them. Yes.
Okay.
That's not very good, but I'll take it.
It's going to try to make a dodge test.
Of course.
Oh, geez, what did I roll?
89.
89. It's rolling hot today. All right, give me your damage for was it a single blade?
I think it's two.
It's one for
Two,
every
okay.
additional success.
No worries.
1d10 plus 16. It's got a penetration rating of 8.
Okay.
So essentially ignores armor, regardless. Well, for the most part.
Okay, so whatever. So what you guys see is suddenly like Androchiron like flings his four swords towards the sky. Is two creatures dropping down. So for actually, I have a picture load. I can pop to Henry. Henry, just Google Gene Stealer. Gene.
Here we go again.
I was thinking flayed ones.
I should have just said it's always
yeah.
Gene Stealers. I should have gone with the classic.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. They
This
look
makes
like,
perfect sense.
Yep.
Something
Oh.
that Vin Diesel would fight. In
Yeah.
Riddick, yeah.
Reddit.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like initiative, please.
He's not dead?
Oh, you killed one of them, definitely.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
There was
I mean,
two.
if that guy died in 2 hits, we're going to clean up on this fellow.
It's the question is there more?
I don't have enough faith that I'd be comfortable with not rolling. What's my initiative bonus? Pretty high.
Probably the highest initiative I've ever rolled in this entire game. Normally I roll like a 2.
You should try not rolling.
Did I even roll? I don't think I did.
Hey man, look, I burned a fate point on a character that left the game the next session, so it's, I'm good. Or else I would do that.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Okay, so
He'll be back. I heard he'll be back.
Dawn has
Any
13.
greater number.
Adrian also has a 13.
Okay.
14.
12.
Oh, well, even with their plus 10, I'm still going last.
Oh, we did amazing.
Okay, so Pierre, a dead Gene Stealer and a live Gene Stealer have dropped to the ground in front of you.
The question is, what would be more effective in killing it? I would imagine.
Are these mutants? What are they exactly?
Aliens.
They're half Tyranid, half humans that are like they stand up and go like, "Hey, come here, come eat us, yum, yummy, yum yum." Oh
So
fuck, that's what's in the
they are a
case.
vanguard organism which infects worlds and set up a psychic beacon to drag Tyrannus to the world to consume all the
Yeah,
flesh.
this
there.
isn't a zoanthrope in the case. It's a fucking Gene Stealer elder motherfucker.
A Gene Stealer Lord.
Yeah.
I guess
Wait,
Jesus.
so humans have been going into this vault every time it opens and being like, "Oh man, that was so cool that we went in there and gave our genes to these stealers," and now they're like getting stronger every time. Unbelievable. Humans,
A little
man.
bit. I think I'm just going to shoot at it, doing semi-auto with the plasma pistol and the Architect Last pistol. So.
Hit him with that semi-spray, bro.
Yeah. So be plus 10. Any sort of modifiers that it gives, negative or positive?
No,
Okay.
they're not size or anything.
This is how Adrian dies. He just gets a gene stealered.
I'll
And then
reroll that.
as we're running, the padlock falls off the door and we just throw him in the room. Close it behind him.
I would be really curious about someone running a game like 40K without any descriptions of creatures and being like, gene stealers. Okay, so they're taking everyone's pants. And
So 3 degrees of success.
Okay, it will try to dodge.
Imagine it has a good judge.
Oh my god, I cannot roll.
Good, keep it that way.
Yeah,
You get what we had earlier.
They'll take 13 damage, pin 6.
Okay, cool. That's not enough to kill it.
Okay, then oh wait, no, I hit it multiple times. So that's the first part of damage. The second part. 10 damage, 10 pin 6.
Okay.
Still alive?
Still alive. Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry you couldn't kill it in one go.
That's okay. I have another volley with the Architect pistol. Did I do that right? No. I will spend another fate point if just because.
Okay.
3.1 degrees success.
All right, we'll try to dodge that too.
Please don't.
double dodge.
Unnatural
So
agility.
It equals, so it cancels out, so it's a miss.
Oh, okay.
Even with the 0.1 degree of success?
No, the point degree success is something that Roll20 produces. There is no point degree of success in the system.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
Three
just
degrees,
the,
3 degrees versus 3 degrees. Yeah.
Okay. Even if it's multiple shots.
Yeah.
All right, I did all I could. Adrian punched it really good.
Okay, Dawn.
Oh, I should have said Dawn.
So how far away are these things?
Like they're close in the melee range. You could easily enter melee with it this turn.
All right then. I will charge. Like, basically, I like these are just
Sorry,
like
yeah, you should have made a fear test too, because they're fear 2.
Oh, okay. Well, I should have. Yeah.
Yep.
Any negatives?
-10,
Of course, there's -10.
because fear 2.
That's the opposite. That's not how it should be. That should be -1.3.
Why? Okay,
No,
why
I
negative
added 10. It should be just yeah. It should be -1.3.
Okay, well then do me a favor, just roll D100 plus 10.
Yeah. Time to make this damage I did null and void.
I'm vomiting uncontrollably
57.
for 5 rounds.
That's not too bad. I think you probably. Let me just double check.
you offer your genes to the gene stealer.
You know that
It
there's
takes
a
you
hero.
1d5. It takes you 1d5 turns to remove your belt buckle.
There's a hero from My Hero Academy whose name is Best Genus, who controls gene threads.
Mhm.
And he's like the bad dude is like, you're way too strong. I have to take you out. Your power is too good.
I can't help it. I love my Levi's. You
Oh
won't
my
see me
God.
leaving the house without my comfortable Levi's. My one
57,
weakness.
okay.
Well, but then doesn't he also have a secondary power where he can like see the
Okay.
future?
I don't know.
You can't willingly approach the source of your fear. Otherwise, like normally with -10 depending on all tests until the end of the encounter, you gain 1 insanity point.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that 1 less degree of success effect, double.
Actually- It's technically Xeno, so actually I'm jaded.
Okay. Yep. Then Jaded will apply.
Never mind.
this 'cause-
It's all good.
That's fine. All good. Okay. Cool. Sorry.
You know,
sorry, Dave. Back to you.
I was so used to fighting chaos, I just thought I had to make a fear test regardless.
As I said, yeah, I'll charge this boy. So, I mean, like, what do I know? What does Dawn know about gene stealers? I have mutants as a forbidden law, so
No, they're not mutants. They're aliens. They're Xenos. Forbidden Law Xenos will cover it.
okay.
So I mean,
okay, yeah,
it appears to be something. Based upon how Androchiron's blades cut it up, it seems to be something you can simply attack and kill with violence.
I mean, that is the God Emperor's way.
Yeah.
Oh,
We all turn ourselves to the word of the God Emperor beating a snake to death on the door outside of this.
I like the idea. It's like, what are humans like? What can we use to sucker them in? I know. Let's use their largest religious symbol, beating clearly a serpent of the devil. Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that. I'll charge. So
I'm pretty sure gene stealers are not native to this location.
So let's see. Blade of
Admonition.
admonition. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make people feel bad.
Balance. So plus 10. Charging is what? Plus 10
No,
as
so
well?
plus. Yeah, it's not plus 10 for balance. It's plus 10 for being best quality. Yeah. So you're plus 20. So plus 10 for charging. Plus 10 for best quality.
Okay.
Balance is a benefit to parry.
Okay. Plus 20.
Which actually might matter for you
3.1.
guys.
Okay, it's going to try and dodge that.
It can
That's
dodge
also
twice.
Emperor's Wrath.
It can
as
dodge
well.
10 times.
Of course it can.
Okay, so that still hits us enough to damage it. Okay.
Yeah, that's also Emperor's Wrath as well, because that's a 1 and a 10 on my
Okay, cool.
2d10.
No worries. That's enough to kill it even without having to roll Emperor's Wrath. So it's now dead.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Nice.
Adrian.
Yeah, just twine it and twine.
As you're cocking your fists,
Yeah.
you can see that. So you can see two more are coming from behind as well. They've tried to wrap around you.
Excellent. Okay.
Just like Geralt of Rivia in a bathroom fighting Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
You cock your fist.
So step aside. I think lets you react as many times as your agility bonus, and it's got an agility bonus of 10.
So I will ignite my jetpack and charge towards one of the ones behind us.
Yep.
And attempt to punch it to death.
So you don't see this, but there was a nod, like a Gwent nod of appreciation for how in tune to the God Emperor you're living your life these days. Flying directly at Xenos and punching them.
Right.
Superman fly, like both hands out, or are you one hand in, one hand out? Like how do you fly?
One like a Superman punch.
Okay, no.
And as you get close, you just like slightly punch forward a little bit, like.
Charge is the plus 20, right?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. Okay.
Yeah.
So
You got to get used to
charge.
this new algorithm of beating a motherfucker senseless, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna try and dodge.
Ooh, that's a
Hey!
spicy attack.
Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me.
How does it feel to come so close and yet to fail?
Your new name is
fine.
Icarus.
Finally got my rolling. Okay, so Arthur.
Yep, I just want to thank our raid today from RF Chaos. Adrian is engaging one of the two new arrivals.
Yes, that's right.
All right, I'm gonna do some like Lord of the Rings shit. The camera's gonna come in front of Androchiron. He's gonna like hold a hand out accusatorily, and then a yet to be determined number of force shards are gonna fly past him, and then he's gonna cowardly grab onto the case that we're transporting and run away in the opposite direction. And he's gonna shout, "We need to keep moving!" Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to die here fighting gene stealers. So. All right, let me shoot some bullets at this guy. Sure, that seems pretty good, I guess.
That's a man who loves his Levi's.
Let's try to dodge. Yeah.
I would say.
No, got him.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with 4 of these bad boys.
Yeah, it's already dead.
Jesus Christ.
I only have 2 swords left, but yes, I move whatever my movement rating is away from them while dragging this case behind me.
So
Okay.
AP just made Nero, but with more steps.
Oh, give me a break. I'm gonna run out of these next turn, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
Well-
really murderable.
So he made Nero with less ammo.
Yeah.
So we're on to Adrian. It's attacking Adrian
You
now.
know,
So first,
I can send messages, right? I'm literally an intergalactic phone call, and I
let's
literally
hit
went to
Adrian.
some guy and was like, "Hey, do you want to send a message?" He was like, "No, call the Lord Captain upstairs."
you want to dodge or something?
Yeah, I will attempt to dodge.
You think you can hit 6 degrees?
Maybe.
What do you need, a
He's got
1?
pretty hectic dodge.
Boom!
What
in
the
your
fuck?
face.
How did that happen?
In your face.
You rolled a
Impossible.
I rolled a
six.
6. I rolled a 6.
He's got 80
Impossible.
dodge. Okay.
Yeah, so Yeah, it's like the slow motion Matrix camera dodge. It's like I miss, but then he also misses.
Yeah.
You know how
So
in
attack.
anime they have like a really shitty.
All right, hit you. You don't have step aside, do you?
I do not.
Okay, but he does not trigger rending on this one, so it's normal damage.
Oh yeah, rending. Forgot about that.
Okay. Oh, wow.
God.
Okay. So that's 22.5.
Okay, so I retain 3 points of armor and then a toughness of 4.
Are you wearing the regular power armor or the light?
I am wearing
Oh,
the
do
regular.
a field. Do a field first as well.
Oh, yeah.
The
So-
regular power armor is 8.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you did. You got it right. Never mind.
My field does not trigger.
Okay.
So that's -7, so I take 15.
Yep.
That is rough.
You still on positive though?
Yep. We're still
Okay. And
still
third
on the
attack.
positive.
Third attack. Okay.
That's a hit as well. And that's not trigger. That's not trigger rending.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so this
man.
is that's not too bad. So it's 14 pen 10.
Okay.
And
So
10.
so it's so
So you're
it's
just
10. So 10 points of damage puts me at 25.
It's a headshot too.
Uh-oh. James, you foreshadowed too well.
Do you have true grit?
Let me take a look here.
Oh,
I had Nero leave the party so that the level of enemy threat could come down, not go up.
They're total glass cannons though.
Yeah, like I would have
Yeah.
absolutely murdered the shit out of this guy if I would have hit him.
Yeah.
You could say that, but you also had us fight Maribos, the Lord of Change.
Hey, we kicked his ass. Okay.
Yeah, but the whole time I was like, man, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna fall over and die real
let me
quick.
see if I have access to it. 'Cause if I do, I'm gonna buy
You're gonna
it.
buy it? This is your moment.
This is when he grits up. You know what I mean? Like
oh shit! I'm gonna die. I might as well.
he feels a finger enter his
yes,
forehead.
James. I do have true grit.
Okay, no worries. So how many points? You had 3 points left.
Yeah, so he'll take 4 more points. So it'll be a negative
Okay.
4.
-4, rending in the head. Okay, let's get the.
Well, I hope you enjoy not having a nose, probably.
Maybe a face.
I hope that Captain Helena isn't attracted to your good looks.
I'm gonna have one of those cyber eyes.
Sorry, just for some reason my PDF reader crashed. Ran out of memory, so I'm just reloading it.
Not using Sumatra. Come on now.
I'm using Acrobat. I pay for my Adobe fee. I may as well use the
I pay for Acrobat, and therefore I must. The only thing Acrobat's good for is editing a PDF, and you know it.
It's rending in the head for 4?
Yes, the attack scoops out one of the target's eyes, dealing D5 levels of fatigue and leaving the target stunned for 1 round.
You might not have got that arm, but you got that eye.
That's right. So you take 1 point of fatigue, and you're stunned for a round. Yep.
It's not as bad as instant death.
He's literally stealing some genes right now.
Yeah, without true grit, the blow slices into the side of the target's head, causing his eyes to pop out and his brains to ooze down his cheek like spilled jelly.
These are so brutal.
So, yeah. True grit saved your ass there. Okay. Pierre.
I don't think I want to get next to these guys now. I was thinking about charging in with a weapon, but no, I don't. I don't want what he's having. I think what I'm going to do.
Waiter, there's a human in my eye soup.
I'm going to shoot semi-auto with the plasma pistol, and I don't think I can do just like a regular shot with the other pistol, can I? Because my plan was do semi-auto with the plasma pistol, then take out a inferno pistol and do a shot of that.
Drawing a weapon. Have you got quick draw?
I have quick draw.
You can draw it to free action in.
Yeah. I've been building as a gunslinger, and yeah, I haven't really had to use it till now.
It's time to sling some guns.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll do a semi-auto with the plasma pistol at the one that messed up Adrian.
Yeah.
And then sling out the Inferno pistol and try to do the same thing. So we'll see what happens. It didn't do it, did it? Did it?
1 degree success. Okay, try and dodge it.
If you fail it, I get both shots. You
failed
failed it.
I rolled 94.
Okay, well, I got No, I didn't get Emperor's Wrath. That's very misleading. Okay, so second one. Damage for the second shot. 10, which is probably still alive.
Yeah, it's definitely still alive, yeah.
Yeah, and then Inferno Pistol. No bonus.
Miss.
I'll leave it in case I fail it more.
Okay.
I'll spin the fate point. Why not?
Okay, no worries.
We're already here. That might kill it if it does hit. Nope, never mind. All right.
Nope. Okay.
Dawn.
How many are over there too? You said?
Just one. That's it. And Adrian's like on the ground, and it's like moving towards Adrian. It looks like it's trying to like either bite his exposed face, or like there's actually like a little sort of some sort of oviposture coming out of its maw towards him as he lies helplessly on the ground, stunned.
So let me ask you this, James. Am I able to like recover his eye somehow?
No, because it's not a critical thing. So you can, if he died, you could burn a fate point to keep him alive instead of him burning a fate point.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So I can't use divine administration to like help him like recover the eye, push it back in the skull, and be like, boop.
No, but he can still,
Okay.
he's already, look, Spoon's already opened up the page on Cybernetics and it's already like,
Listen,
going ooh over the baleful eye.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you should know about Dawn is that she stops all of the party members from getting cool cybernetics, right? So
the God Emperor saw fit to give me 2 eyes. So
you need both eyes to purge heretics. Okay.
You should get an eye patch anyway, and just you've still got the scar, right? And you just Nick Fury it.
Just pretend.
I'm gonna keep both my eyes on you.
All right, so I'm gonna charge this dude then.
Like that whole thing makes no sense. Like, why did they have his other eye in the system?
Yeah.
How come they outranked him enough to know that the first, override his first password, but not the second?
That's right.
Can I add a
degree of success? You can, but I still get to try and dodge. It's going to be 1. And I do. Haha.
Can I didn't fail that, did I? No, so I can't reroll. Okay.
Okay. Adrian is stunned. Androchiron.
I mean, he's still going to look ridiculous running away, dragging a suitcase the size of a coffin.
Yeah, well, it's the size of like a minivan.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, as long as I can move it, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, you can move it with impressive ease.
I continue to fire. I mean, I can shoot these like 40 meters, so I'm just gonna keep shooting them until I'm out of range.
No worries.
Let's see. Can you resist my Cthulian call? Yes, you can. I will re-roll that. There we go.
Okay, can I dodge this?
Dodge this.
I can. At least I reduced down to 3 degrees, but that's probably not to kill it though.
All right, I'm now defenseless. Yep. Strike me down, James.
That's all right. It's already dead. You got
does this thing have like any armor and toughness?
4. They got 4 armor and 4 toughness. That's it.
With like what, 20 some wounds?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're glass cannons.
All right, I shoot my shit and then I just keep running away while dragging the thing behind me, going, "Someone grab Adrian! We have to keep going! The bells!"
Yeah, Adrian, you're able to recover now. You're unstunned. You're only at 1 point of fatigue. You can walk it off.
All right. Yeah, walk it off. It's like
I'm gonna shout back to Adrian. I know what it's like to lose an eye or two. You'll be fine.
How long have you been waiting to use that one for?
The entire campaign.
Yeah, his entire life. Well, his entire life since me got Emperor. All right. Yeah. So whatever these things are, so the attack seems to have stopped for now. So you guys beeline towards the exit. Just spending what I'm having to do for time at the moment. All right. So as you are passing the A Thorne door, you notice that the padlock is now dropped to the floor.
I write that down in the notebook as I'm going past, you know.
Okay.
So the paper is in my right hand while I'm pulling it along, and I'm padlock removed. Adrian, the door's open.
How many bells have we heard at this point?
You've had 4 bells so far.
4? Okay, yeah. I go up, but I try and push it open.
Okay, no worries. So when it opens
up... Whoa, before you do this, I want to remind you, they told you we only get to take one thing from here. They were really specific about that. We had to get 2 days worth of briefings on this one subject.
Yeah, let the man.
All right,
get some
okay.
So you're throwing the door open?
Yep.
Okay, no worries. So there is a sudden rush of air as the whole corridor begins to depressurize through this door. So the first thing, Adrian is like, because you're right at the doorway, that's where the highest pressure differential is. You are pulled straight into this black. Eventually, you see Adrian disappear into blackness beyond the door frame. And air is like it's like the exposed to void, and the air is rushing out into space. What's everyone else doing at this point?
Androchiron doesn't even notice. He's running the other direction.
Well, there's like there is several thousand tons of air trying to push through that. Like it's not as bad because the hole is small, but you're certainly aware of the fact that there's a sudden rush of air towards you as this area started to decompress through that hole.
So, is Adrian dead? Is he dead?
I think Pierre's going to activate. Do power armor have mag boots or something to
Yes.
kind of?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
He's going to activate those, see if they actually work.
Yep.
And then go investigate to see if Adrian's a lost cause or not.
So you're pretty confident they would not work that close to the door because of the high differential at the door, the delta P.
Okay. Well.
So you can't. Yeah, so you're either like observing the door from a few meters away, or you're going through the door. Those are your options.
I can't lose a pilot like this.
Okay, let me ask. How many pascals are we dealing with? Kilopascals. What are we doing here?
I'll tell you a story after this over, by the way, about pressure this week that really fucked me around.
So my wings, when I use them,
yep.
How free am I in like, can I fly out there and get him and come back? Or is that going to be like a...
Well, you don't know how, like as I said, it comes down to your strength, your ability to fight against this situation. But you're like, as far as you can see, he's just disappeared in the darkness. You can go through there, but you don't know you can come back.
God, we're just going to lose characters here left and right. Adrian was like, oh, I didn't die. Second lease on life. Blah!
Dawn, if you wish to go in after him, may the Emperor guide you. We'll wait by the gate for you.
Androchiron is slowly being pushed back by the air pressure because he's holding on to the massive object that has no friction. So like the thing is swinging backwards. He goes, what are we doing? Are we leaving? Where's Adrian?
Is there a roll that I can make here to try and work out what this is before I dive in head first or something?
I mean, it makes no sense what this is because there shouldn't be a vacuum of space right in the middle of this. And you can't even see Starfield out there, but it feels like you're being...
Oh, can I see warping?
Yeah, so the door itself is almost like portal-like. Like you don't see through it because you're looking at the aperture.
Is the door big enough to fit our package?
No, it's a man-sized door. Well, it's big enough for power and will fit through.
All right, I'm going to come back and take a look at the portal through the portal. You know, what do I see?
Well, you have to
It's
get, you only get so close before you won't be able to get out of its pool, basically.
Oh,
so yeah.
But I can't see anything beyond the event horizon.
No, that's right. So it's like you see there is a portal there, but you can't perceive through it.
Lord Captain, what are we doing here? 4 bells.
5 bells now.
5 bells. Okay,
oh,
great.
yeah. It dings when he says that.
How far roughly are we from the gate?
You're about a third of the way.
Okay.
To the gate.
And
We're totally screwed if that's true.
Well, you need to pick up the pace.
Yeah.
You need to stop to fight Terrans. Oh, Jesus. Sorry.
What's the relative increment of time goes between bells?
It's not fixed.
Oh, great. Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah, they're not ship spells, Pondo. Come on.
Yeah, a plot amount of time passes between each bell.
I'll give you two the option. If you want to go after Adrian, you can. I'm going to go take this.
I start running immediately. Like he's like, you can save Adrian. I'm like, boop. Normal human. No thanks.
Okay. No worries. So Androchiron spears through the hole.
What? No, I'm not saving him. I'm not saving him.
Oh, so you're not. So okay. So
He's a red. Listen, there's a legend with me,
Yep.
and someone touched by the God Emperor. I'm leaving the regular human who ignored the warnings that repeatedly said, "Do not attempt to open extra doors."
Sure. Well,
All right. This is okay.
Plus, in a more real
sense,
sense, this thing is still singing to me the whole time. So.
Yeah.
I will pass this over to Big Spoon. Like this is clearly a MacGuffin designed for you. Would you like to approach this yourself, or would you like an NPC like Dawn to come along?
An NPC? I mean a PC, right?
I think that you guys should focus on getting out of here.
Are you making a new character, Spoon?
Not unless Adrian dies. Which, if he does, I mean he does. Like,
if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, I think Adrian is one of the only ones in the party who is not like completely integral to the plot.
It's gonna be really rough riding the shuttle back without a pilot.
I'll fly it. Well, in that case,
how different can a shuttle and my jetpack be?
Exactly. I can literally grow wings. How tough could this be, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad the two people who can breathe in vacuum are okay with it.
Yeah. Out of all of us here, who has a fly speed?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got piloting, spacecraft, and flyer. It should be all right.
All right, so I will then assist the living James.
Okay, no worries. So you guys push on, and once you've gotten a few feet away, the door suddenly slams shut, and you know the everything equalizes.
It's the real Trader code. Those who fall behind stay behind.
All right.
It's really more of guidelines.
I cannot help a man who is not strong enough to not fall for something so obvious, Lord Captain.
Oh shit!
Wow, that's serious shade for the dead, Don.
He just died. There's no need to speak ill of him.
Well, he might not be dead, but he's definitely not with us at the moment.
He's a basic rule breaker, though. We have 2 days of briefings on this.
If there was a bag that said "Do not open," black hole inside, I have a feeling he might have opened it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, if it had my name on it.
It's a portable hole that says, "Do not put inside bag of holding."
I think he was more interested in the fact that in this strange place there was something with his name, at least very, very close to his name in this place.
Unless literally the God Emperor came down and said to him, "Adrian, open this door. It is for you and for you alone." There is no reason for him to open a door in a strange place filled with gene stealers that has his name on it.
Is that the exit?
Yeah. So you push on as fast as you can, and there's definitely like the moment where like you can see the doors closing up ahead as like, you know, the 12th bell is going as you're making your way through, but you guys push through the adamantine doors before they actually slam closed.
Does our minivan turn into a cat or something?
I was gonna say,
like
do
that?
we stand on top of it and ride it through the doors as they scrape shut? No. We do it the normal way, where we collapse exhausted in the chamber.
Yeah. And,
I hold up a piece of paper with the number of locks on it and go, "He fell. Adrian, he opened a door." And then I collapse unconscious because I'm a weak, normal human who just ran a long-ass distance.
Yeah, and you can sort of see where the tech priest is standing. You can see in his data say he's got like your 4 life signs, and from Adrian it's saying no signal. Not flatline, no signal. And like the tech priest instantly goes, or the biologist instantly goes to try and help Androchiron, who's clearly must be injured if he's passed out so easily, but apparently it's not.
As I come to consciousness, my hand is held out towards the object and go, "It's singing. It's calling to us. We have to open it."
Not right now.
And
Some
the
of
present Space
Train.
Marines,
Train can open it.
the present Inquisitors, Marines, are examining this thing, just looking at it. What do you make of this, Lord Commodore? This is what you found?
Well, from my guess that my Astropath here is going crazy about it, saying it's singing. I'm guessing it's sending some.
No, I'm not crazy. It's happening. The voices are singing back.
I'm guessing it's
Sort of
whatever.
psychic catnip.
All right. The tech priest is playing with the console on the device anyway.
All right. Out pops a Gene Stealer Elder, just like, "Hey guys,
Oh no!
I got 6 arms, one for each of you."
It's gonna be a patriarch inside. No.
Yeah, of course it is.
The shutters pull back, revealing a in a sort of viscous, cloudy liquid. The black shape of a massive Gene Stealer, sort of curled in a fetal position. It almost looks like it's made of stone. And
I start vomiting that I would ever think to listen to the singing.
Yes, it's fascinating. Corporactor hominis primus, I believe. Incredible. This has been. I wonder how long this has been in the vault for.
Homina.
Considering long enough that there was a couple of. Would I know that they're Gene Stealers?
Yes.
I do have Forbidden Lord Xenos.
He already said yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to oversell, man.
I mean, I didn't know Tyranids, so
Right.
I don't know why I would know Gene Stealers.
A lot of people don't associate Gene Stealers and Tyranids together, but Gene Stealers are a more recognized threat.
Oh, fair enough.
One of the Marines turns to the captain was like, maybe they escaped from the proving grounds.
By the way, I was
somehow.
I was half expecting you to say, and here's an infant Adrian who went back in time, and now you have to take care of him until he becomes mature to pilot planes again.
The cycle continues. Well, that would explain why it's sending out a signal. There's an issue with this, though. We have this now. This monstrosity.
Well, these things, this command beast, it will, when it's on a populated world, it will send out a signal to attract the hive fleet.
Can we strap a nuke to it and then have it blow up when they get close enough?
I mean, this thing itself is intelligent. It needs to be. It will not. Its signal right now is too weak. It needs to awaken, and it will only do that if it's put on a world where there's a population it can potentially infest.
I wholeheartedly object.
Indeed.
What if it was a non-human population?
That's also possible. We need to get the Inquisitors together for this. Have this conversation.
Let me ask you a question, James. Can I send Adrian a message?
You can. Okay, so you can send a message out without any awareness of whether he will receive it or any ability to get a response. So you can send a message if you want to, but whether he gets or not, well, you won't know.
Do you accept reverse call charges from Androchiron?
You are receiving a collect call from Adrian. Are you still alive?
Oh my god. Oh shit.
We had a baby. It's a boy.
You just brought back my entire fucking teenage life right
Yep,
there.
Well, let me
Hey,
tell
Mom, I
you
need to pick
this,
you up,
Dave.
It's
If
like-
you've got long-term payments and you need cash now, call JG Wentworth. 877 cash now.
So I can tell you that the Australia's biggest telecommunication provider has now said that all public phone booths are now free. There is no cost to use public phone booths, but I don't think I've seen a public phone booth in about 10 years. So
Yeah.
No. I go up to New York City all the time. There's plenty there.
Yeah.
I will send a message.
Mhm.
It's going to be, fettered so I don't really have to make a roll. And it's just going to be like, Adrian, you're out there. You should know we were successful. We encountered a horror. Like, this thing is so ugly. It's terrible. It's terrible to look upon. Your sacrifice allowed us to get this horrifying beast, which almost certainly will backfire on us. Just know we will honor you well, friend, as you struggle and die without oxygen. That's it. That's the whole message.
I could have Star-Lorded you back into existence. I could have.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just sent Adrian a message letting him know that we were successful in our mission. I don't really know if he's going to get it or not. Like if he's no longer in this sector. Well, anyway, we should go talk to some Inquisitors about how we should never, ever open this thing.
Wow, that's quite a change in attitude you have there.
Well, I was just seduced by the singing,
No,
But then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind.
There's
I'm gonna
certainly
smash your mouth if you don't be quiet. Okay.
Of course, Saintus.
you certainly get the impression that the people you spoke to are quite surprised that they've never seen a padlock open while people are in the vault. You obviously didn't see it happen, but they've never seen a situation where one's been opened that was locked when you went in and unlocked when you came out.
I mean, he didn't come out when it was unlocked. It was unlocked while he was in there.
Yeah, but what I mean is like, during the time you were in there, the lock unlocked.
I assume the
going
lock
to-
got sucked in there as well, right?
No, the padlock surprisingly stayed on the floor.
I'm going to request of the Inquisitors that we refer to this object as Adrian in his honor.
Primarch
I think
Adrian.
it's an insult.
Listen. Sometimes I come up with these. This one was from chat. Don't blame me.
Chat, I think this is an insult.
When the other gene stealers come and take Adrian's single eyeball and then make an entire race out of it, like that's when we call it the Adrian. Like it's fine.
So as you get let off to debrief and work out what to do with this thing, that's where we're going to leave it with a cliffhanger as to Adrian's fate, a cliffhanger which will resolve
What?
next
the
session.
Fuck. No, give us a post-credit scene. Post-credit scene. Post-credit scene.
All right, here we go. I got this, James. I got this. Okay. We're all sitting around, bored one day. It's raining. We go up into the attic, and we find a board game. And we open it, and Adrian pops out, but he's 30 years older, like.
And he goes, "What year is it?"
Still the 41st millennium. You're good. Nothing matters beyond the millennium, Dade.
Yeah.
It's not like Acadia's going to explode or anything.
So let me ask you a question, Nate. So Spoon. So Adrian finds himself floating in a expanse of darkness, like surprisingly, like able to catch his breath. Like any sense of the doorway behind him or any sound from the vault, any rushing it, that's all gone. Like you're just floating in darkness, and then you feel like ground beneath your feet, but all you can see is blackness. So what's the first thing Adrian would do in this circumstance to say whatever? Still nursing his damaged eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think now Adrian would probably pray. So if he and it's because it's totally dark and he can't see. So
you see up ahead a pinprick of red light, and you realize this red light is coming towards you, and a figure in power armor, sort of like the darkness peels back, revealing a face that is familiar except for the red cybernetic eye, a face that you're used to looking at in the mirror.
All right.
That's where we leave it.
What? That's bullshit. God damn it.
Now I'm glad it didn't go through, because now we've given Adrian a cool little thing.
There we go.
I was hoping
nice.
that like he goes through and the space demon that we left out there like runs into him. He pops it open. He's like, grant my wish. Send me where I need to go.
the face in the bag you're in, yeah.
Yeah.
You better release me.
We just left in deep space.
In a welded.
I mean, look, that's
container.
the alternative storyline where we wrap up everything.
Yeah, that's our what if episode.
The question
All right,
is,
how
is
much-
the evil timeline?
How much XP do we get?
The usual.
7,000. Got
I
it.
can't blow up planets yet. I'm so close.
So apparently they're doing a Marvel zombie spin-off show. So it's a spin-off of a spin-off.
Yeah, but this is Marvel. Everything's a spin-off of a spin-off.
So
That's
they say zombies assemble your limbs.
Well, we should go out with Adrian, who of course went out.
The whimper.
No? All right, I was hoping for more on that one. Go ahead, Spoon. Do your outro.
I am Big Spoon. You can find me over on Twitter at BigSpoon223. I'm on Arthur's Discord. I'm here Saturday nights, and then in episodes of Solaris Knights and Dawn Agreement, where I play Star Captain Seth Kabrinsky and then Tavros the Bull. And that's me.
Oh no, what do you got?
I am Ponder and Ponder the Mad. You can find my YouTube or Twitch /Ponder the Mad, where some point within the next probably couple weeks, I'll hopefully have something up on my channel. It's been that having baby and all that, and yeah, that kind of takes up a little bit of time. But yeah,
Don't tell me that.
huh?
Don't tell me that. It's one thing I don't have.
Okay.
If you've got no time, you can't lose time. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You can't have negative time,
Yeah.
Dave.
that is
Other
not
than that, you can
that is
find
not
me on
damage to
the-
eternal life.
You can find me on either the Ranch Simulator episodes whenever they come out, or you can find me on Dawn Agreement whenever I have those episodes. That's it for now.
You got Dave.
Me? Okay. Hey, I'm Dave. Follow my Twitter at Kinky Fridays, at SquibblyInt. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we need to play Back for Blood. We need to do that. So let's arrange the dream team. Let's kick some zombie boredom.
Yep, I finally got numb, so I'm ready for that.
Oh, you bastard! I want to get numb so bad.
Do you see by Dave the Bloodline 2 is on hold now?
Really?
Yeah, because they passed it to a different studio.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh my god. On one hand, Paradox Interactive owning White Wolf was a blessing, and then on the other hand, it's like it's Paradox Interactive, and they can take forever making a game if they wanted to. So, well, all right.
All right. Well, James, Australians, all let us rejoice. What do you got for me?
For we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is Birch by Sea.
Good, I say, yeah. Anyway, I'm Grimdark James. You can find me back here later on this week for some Dawn Agreement to see if my character survives being kidnapped and bereft of equipment after Arthur gave me some gear and then took it away straight away within minutes.
Same.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys weren't using mayonnaise to like lubricate your way through life, you know? Like,
Oh my god.
You got the alchemy jug, huh?
Technically true. Hey, listen, Spoon put some serious work into that fucking cloak.
Yeah, hey, everybody so far has gotten what I voted them to get. So I figured.
Look at the tastemaker here.
Yeah, I figured that Arthur only actually got one vote, and it was me, and he's pretending he's got the other votes, but no.
There were 7.
I would love to know what goes through the people's mind when they're just like, you know what? The evil lizard wizard, yeah, mayonnaise jug. Like,
So for me, it was process elimination, and you were the last one.
See, I wanted the money. I just wanted the straight money, but now I got the sword that makes me an ice princess.
Nice prince. Yes, king.
Yeah,
that would have been
otherwise, I'll be back here next week for more Rogue Trader, where we might discover the fate of Adrian Thorne. We'll see.
You're going to do a whole 4-hour episode and Adrian doesn't appear in it?
Well, you know, I mean...
What is this, Night City?
So we could do something where, like, you know, where Spoon plays
I didn't
like
appear
an
in 2
NPC
episodes,
for a session,
Dave.
you know,
I had to sit for 2 episodes and listen to the rest of the party go, you know what, we should blow up the building the boss is in. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck, guys? I'm in the building!
So I many years ago when I was running Dark Heresy, I had a bit in the end of a game where one of the characters was taken away by Grey Knights for reasons unknown. And so the next session, the players played as the regular character with that player playing like an NPC. And that session ended on a cliffhanger of they were about to go and attack something. And then the next session was the player playing their own character with the Grey Knights and everybody else playing NPCs as they were playing at the same time. And they then worked out that the NPC that was in the first group was actually about to betray them. So when they went back to brought the whole group back together again, it was like the player that was taken away trying to reveal the traitor to the whole group. That was an interesting sort of few sessions.
Spider-Man meme. He's pointing to himself.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I don't have anything to announce. I'm losing it, guys. Every one of these episodes of meming's too hard. I mean, there's just too much value. Just like the great values you can find whenever you stop by the Hand of Calixis.
I thought you were going to say when you stop by
Perkins
APGamingREAL's
Farms?
Patreon.
Oh, no. You can't get value on Patreon. Are you kidding me?
Get
yeah.
Get some early access to
yeah. Oath of
Endosteel,
Endosteel. 1 week early. Vote for Solaris Knights.
That's right.
Vote on what you call it? Dawn Agreement. You know.
Yeah.
These
Distribute
deals,
magical items.
you literally can't get them anywhere else. They only exist here in this continuity.
How many mayonnaise jugs can you give out before?
None. The next set of 5 items will be unique. Well, except for the bag of gold that will reappear.
Yeah, we buy a bag of gold that the NPCs took and gave back to the Dawn Agreement.
Did you guys ever play Pass the Parcel as a kid? I know James might have, but did anyone else play Pass the Parcel?
No. You're going to try to give somebody your mayonnaise jar?
No. So this is a kid's game where you take presents and you wrap them up several times, and kids pass it around when there's music going on. And when the music stops, the kid whose turn it is unwraps one layer of wrapping. And then if it's not the final present, then the music restarts and it keeps going around.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like a birthday party game. And you try to make... every like 3 layers you put in some small gift, and the parents have to make sure that every child gets to open a gift layer and that the birthday child gets to open the final layer. So you got to be on the ball, parents. Requires like lightning reflexes to stop the music at the right time before those kids pass them on.
Yeah, that's what the magical items are in Dawn Agreement.
That's it. Have a good
Everyone
night,
gets a mayonnaise jug.